Hello and welcome back to the Wrestling Cuisine. We are going to be recapping the pay-per-view Great Balls of Fire that just ended about 10 minutes ago. Overall thoughts on it, Mr. Steven Bogue?
Pretty good. It hit
Good.
all the notes I was expecting.
Yeah, really good. I actually, this is, besides the name and a couple of finishes, a really good pay-per-view. Let's start off with the pre-show match.
Much better than Money in the Bank.
Oh, of course. Oh, yes. Money in the Bank was abysmal at best. Pre-show was Neville defeated Akira Tozawa. It was... we really didn't get to see the whole thing, but...
The ending was garbage.
Was very, very weird. Like, I understand it was the low blow and that he got his crotch into the rope, but, like, he kicked him in the gut, and then he fell and covered him.
Pin. Yeah, at least hit a finisher first.
Yeah, but I'm guessing this means a rematch at the next pay-per-view, which is... I mean,
cool.
For the most part, it was a good match. For me personally, I want to see Cedric Alexander fight for that tag belt.
I feel like that will be soon. Neville's kind of just running through the roster.
Yeah, but good start to Great Balls of Fire besides finish. Next was Bray Wyatt defeating Seth Rollins.
Uneventful. Like that was pretty. Like I feel like we could watch that on Raw.
Yeah, it was tough.
I'm surprised Bray won.
But it was tough because these guys can do better. But
yeah, I'm surprised Bray won though. It's like his.
I'm guessing this has got to be like another match. I guess at SummerSlam.
I guess. Yeah.
Unless they.
I guess Rollins needs something to do.
Unless they make Matt broken and we get Broken Matt versus Bray Wyatt.
Nah, not anytime soon.
Nah. Well, it depends on all of the rights and whatnot. That match went 12 minutes and 10 seconds, which is we won't count the Iron Man match, but that was the longest match on the pay-per-view. 12 minutes and 10 seconds?
Well, no, next to the ambulance match.
Oh, besides the ambulance match. I forgot about the ambulance match because the post-match, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Next was Big Cass versus Enzo Amore. Great promo to start it.
Yeah, amazing. I love Enzo. It's just.
But then a quick squash.
See, I'm not a big
match.
Cass fan. I don't see where anybody sees where they could push this guy other than his size. He's sloppy in the ring, and he's
gotten better though in the ring.
On the mic, he was only good because Enzo was next to him.
Well, yeah, because he didn't have to say much.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really... Whatever. It was a squash match.
Out of the two, I think Big Cass is better.
As a wrestler?
As a wrestler,
but that's not saying much.
No, yeah, but
even Big Cass is still...
But he could... It's hard to work if it was 7 foot in quotations.
I mean, Braun makes it look easy.
Yeah, but Braun's also not 100% great. Like, he's not... He's the best big man ever, I think.
This pay-per-view would beg to differ.
Would it?
No.
But that match was about solid 5 minutes, which did the job. Next was technically the longest match. Was the 30-minute Iron Man match for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championships. It was really good. Yeah. I really for the first tag team Iron Man match. Again,
good match.
Usually in Iron Man matches, it's very slow in the beginning. Besides, today was the first bro kick, took the first fall, but
yeah, I liked the finish. I liked everything. Matt got busted.
Yeah, right in the top.
It was pretty great. I think I don't know. You said maybe time off for the Hardys. I could see it.
Yeah, because ever since they came back at Mania, they it looks like every pay-per-view match something's gone wrong.
Yeah.
First was the tooth of Jeff, and I think Matt was busted open then too.
Yeah.
It's just I think it'd be nice maybe just to relax them and maybe find Sheamus and Cesaro a new.
Maybe sit out until you get your rights back.
Maybe.
Because I personally think it's going to happen. Not as soon as everybody thinks. I think we'll get it maybe like before Mania runtime, but it's gonna be deep into fall. I think. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other spots that was really nice in it. The ending pin was kind of bad because Jeff
did kick out.
But I don't think he meant to as hard as he did, because he like threw himself on.
Yeah.
But you can clearly see like in the replay the shoulder was up. The beginning was nice with the distraction by Cesaro with the bro kick to get the first fall. These two have a very good tag team.
Yeah.
And thank God for Mick Foley for putting them together. But like would you put this maybe as the match of the night?
Yeah, I would. Like all in all, like I wouldn't count like before and after match segments.
Yeah.
Like, as in the match.
As a match, it was probably the match of the night. And Jeff sells fantastically. Cesaro's great. Matt's great. Sheamus is great. It's four guys that if they could be singles competitors and have very good.
Yeah, very good runs.
Very good. Next up was Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss, and Sasha won technically by a countout, but still champion is Alexa Bliss.
Again, it was a pretty solid match. It was there. It hit the moments. I'm sure there's going to be a rematch.
The post-match assault was great with the double knee stomp to Alexa Bliss on the outside, which busted her open.
Yeah.
A lot of blood in this show.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes to get busted open.
Yeah, but great. It was good.
Yeah.
These two, we got to talk about the whole arm double jointed.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's a good spot. If she breaks it out like every once in a while, I won't mind that. It's pretty cool.
But like it made sense, and it looked visually like I wasn't like I looked at my phone for a quick second, look up, and her elbow's out, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then it was a good Alexa. I can't do anything. It was good. Sasha's good. There's gonna be a rematch at SummerSlam. Hopefully Sasha goes over.
Hopefully a good stipulation.
Not
a.
Well, I think with like a count out or a disqualification finish, it usually leads up to a stipulation match. But what would you?
Not a kendo stick on a pole match.
Oh my.
That's for sure.
Hey, Hell in a Cell.
Okay.
I'm good.
Steel cage.
We just saw one of those though. Like we just had her steel cage. But who else? I'm trying to think of other buried alive.
Okay. Next match.
Next match was the Intercontinental Championship singles match between The Miz with his entourage of Maurice, Curtis Axel, and Bo Dallas, defeating Dean Ambrose.
That's we've seen it.
It wasn't bad.
Honestly, if you cut this match out of this pay-per-view and switch it with their last match, I wouldn't know the difference.
No. Well, there would be a little difference because there's more people there now.
Well, yeah, but again, it's the same shit.
But like it wasn't. Like we've seen it.
I hope it's over.
Oh yeah.
I really hope it's over.
We've seen it like a bunch of times, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't good, but it wasn't the worst thing.
Yeah.
Like they put on a decent match. Miz won, which was the right decision. Hopefully they move on.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say on that.
Next
was as you heard, it was the ambulance match between Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns. The match was nothing too special. I think, let's be honest, everything reflected on the post-match segment, which was, wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
You saw, no, here, let me, the finish of the match was Roman Reigns trying to go for a spear, and he freaking flew. I've never seen a man fly like that into the ambulance, and that's how Braun won. And then Roman came out, speared him, and then
put him in the ambulance, drove away,
and backed the ambulance up into a bus or a giant
trailer,
truck type trailer. Yes.
Weird.
Cool. It was cool.
Cool, yeah.
It was the whole moment was cool, but then it was the after of it was weird because they were trying like simulcast it, but then they had an impromptu match.
Yeah, I would have just stay backstage and film it.
Yeah.
Kurt's expression deserves an Oscar.
When he came out, and that might be the thumbnail for today's video because that was just.
I think it should be.
That was just fantastic.
Oh man.
It was. I think he tried to look really serious, but it came off as very comical.
Yeah,
it was
as
great.
everything that Kurt does.
But yeah, and then during them trying to get Braun out of the ambulance using the jaws of life, which was kind of cool because I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
But in that they had an impromptu match, as we said, with Heath Slater and Kurt Hawkins.
Might be the match of the night for me.
I mean, since we didn't even see
we didn't even see the ending, but hey, Heath getting those W's. That's all. That matters.
Maybe the new number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship.
Sure.
It was weird. They had Kurt Hawkins come out and then not ready for the match, and then they had Dean come out with him rolling the tape onto his wrist, and he wasn't ready. It was weird. They had a match.
You mean Heath?
Heath, I'm sorry, yeah. And then they cut back to the ambulance, and then the bell rang, and then Heath won. Yeah. It was just a very weird. The match lasted 2 minutes, but it was such a very weird. I keep saying the word, but it was very. It was confusing to be honest.
When Braun came out, that was okay.
It made him look. It made him look like a million. It made him look strong.
Right.
Don't mess with him because I'll back an ambulance into him.
Yeah. And
he'll still be fine.
Yeah.
Again with this, just like the Dean and Miz, I hope this feud is done.
It's not. It's definitely not.
You never know.
The way Braun came out and just looked at everyone, it's just
you never know.
Who cares? Just injure Roman.
Well, no, because
that's all anybody wants.
Because I feel like this is not. It wasn't labeled as it, but maybe a number one contender to Lesnar's championship,
which technically Braun won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe, but now let's get back to the main event. Main event was again, of course, Brock Lesnar coming out with Paul Heyman, against Samoa Joe for the Universal title.
To top all of that, whatever that was with Strowman and Reigns. Pretty badass for Joe to come out and just fucking Samoan drop.
Oh yeah.
Not Samoan drop, just I don't even know what it was.
It was like an Uranagi.
Yeah, into the table. It was pretty cool.
I have the match time. This is all based off Wikipedia, and they're saying 6 minutes and 25 seconds. And usually that sounds like a squash, but Joe looked very strong. He looked like he can go with the best of them. My only complaint is that he lost by a single F5 out of nowhere. But it made the F5 strong.
Yeah, they made this match anything but a squash, but somehow still made it a squash.
Yeah, exactly. It was no way he looked weak, Joe, because Joe just came out and was dominating him.
Yeah, there's no reason why.
I think it was just the finish came off a little weak. In my opinion, I think maybe they could have gone longer than 6 minutes. I think Brock can do that.
I just think that ambulance segment took way too long. Way too long.
Yeah.
There's no time stamp for that. There's no time stamp for how long that ambulance thing
No, I know. But
yeah, I don't know. I feel like that finish is just left me kind of clueless.
It left a sour taste in my mouth. I'm just looking here because Brock in 2000. I know this is 2014, but Brock went 14 minutes with John Cena. I know it's John Cena and it's Brock, but he can go. I know the guy who can work like Joe, who is probably a better wrestler than Cena.
Yeah.
You could have made it a little longer, unless they're filling up for a rematch at SummerSlam.
Which I don't think they are. I really don't think they are.
But that's what I'm saying. It was a good match. It was just a very puzzling ending because you don't same thing with the ambulance match. You really don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
And it's weird. You don't know you don't know who's fading for the title. You don't know if Braun and Roman are still going at it.
Yeah, it lifts up a lot of questions, and it's leaving a lot of pressure on tomorrow's Raw, which Raw has been pretty garbage for a very long time.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we're gonna even get more questions about what the fuck they're doing in the back.
Yeah.
So.
But overall, out of 10, what would you give this pay-per-view?
Like a 7.
7?
Yeah. What would you give it?
Maybe I guess 7. I would have said maybe a 6. I don't know. If it wasn't such a wonky finish at the end, and the same thing with the ambulance, I would have given it an 8. It puzzles me, especially since those were the last 2 matches on the show. Because if you have an Iron Man match like the way they did, it deserves to be.
In at least final 3 matches, or just have the ambulance match, have that Iron Man match, and then have Lesnar. I mean, from the very beginning, I knew this Lesnar match was going to be short.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest, the longest match Lesnar has had in the past, you just looked it up, 3 years is oh no, it might have been Taker. His last Taker match, I guess, was pretty long.
Yeah.
In the Hell in a Cell, that was pretty long.
Oh yeah, exactly. And he worked. That was with a plus 50-year-old man.
Yeah, I can't wrestle anymore. Shout out to Ryan for defending Taker. By the way, man Taker.
Also, one of the funniest moments of this pay-per-view was during the whole ambulance thing. We got a text from Mr. Ryan O'Connell saying, "What's going on?"
What the fuck is going on, man? But yeah, I don't know. Left me kind of confused. SummerSlam's going to be interesting. Screw Battleground. I think Battleground's going to be trash.
That's
you
SmackDown.
hear it here. Battleground is going to be trash.
See, you can't.
I can totally say that.
We got a Punjabi prison match.
Yeah, about that.
I think Battleground will be fine. Because it's also this week in television WWE television is gonna be very interesting, because you're coming off of Great Balls of Fire, which Raw will be very interesting tomorrow to see how they not fix, but how they go along with what happened tonight. And also on SmackDown, you're coming off of the house show, where randomly a title was changed.
Yeah, there's been a lot of weird decisions backstage with WWE recently. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows what they're thinking back there? You hear me, Skippy, or Dewey, Mick Foley's son? You better start writing some good stuff. Freaking fat kid.
Well,
sorry.
wow. It was today was such a pulverizing show, because it started off good, but the end, it sucks because the 2 ending matches were good. The endings were just a little weird, and it wasn't bad weird. It was just, it didn't come off great. Yeah, but other than that, fantastic. Thank you for listening to our recap of Great Balls of Fire. Hopefully,
thank you.
Hopefully, we'll be getting a podcast out this week.
Yeah.
If not,
sorry, we're busy. We have lives, people. Sorry.
Yeah.
If we could do this full time, we would.
Totally, 100%. But that is it for our recap. Follow us on Twitter at Wrestling Cuisine without the G, and we will see you all very, very soon.
Fuck the revival.